What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Creative Sound. Now, today, I don't want to make this video super duper long, but what I want to talk about is my thoughts on Scream 6 getting confirmed for a March 31st, 2023 release. And I want to let you guys know what I feel, but before we do, there are some spoilers ahead, possibly for Scream 2022. So if you haven't saw it, this is your warning to click away now. No spoilers. You should leave now. It's a warning. Spoilers. Okay, so let's waste no time with this one. Let's dive right into the topic. Scream 6 being confirmed for March 31st of 2023. I love it. I'm excited. I'm really loving what they're doing with this franchise as far as reviving it and just giving it the life that it needs. I don't really know why it died off after Scream 4. That movie, in my opinion, I'm probably being subjective right now, but it was the best sequel to me ever. I don't know why it died off like it did. It was such a great film. All I can say is that it came out during the wrong time period, the wrong era, because horror remakes didn't really take off till later on in the decade. So that's probably why that happened with Scream 4. But I do feel like we were in for a treat from Kevin Williamson and Wes Craven as far as the new trilogy that was being born back then. So that kind of ties into what I want to see from Scream 6, because I'm done with my initial thoughts on it. I love it. I'm excited for it. I'm pumped. But I do have my concerns. So I'm going to jump right into that right now. So what I want to see from Scream 6 in terms of quality and tone and film canon, lore, and how it all kind of connects together is more accuracy. Because with Scream being such a meta, self-aware film, I feel like they have to come with the accuracy, because it really did irk me in the beginning of Scream 5 when the killer said that Sidney Prescott was in every stab film except for the last one, which we know is false because Jeannie Randall said back in Scream 4 that Sidney Prescott was only in the first 3, and she threatened to sue the production company if they continued to use her story. So after the third one that we got to see in Scream 3, they essentially started making everything up. So for them to get that wrong in Scream 5, that took me out of the movie a little bit. And there are a few more minor issues like that throughout the film, and I do think there are a couple other ones that kind of stick out, but for now I just want to move past that because I don't want this video to be super long. But moving forward, another thing I want to see is better killers. Okay, so in my Scream full review in depth, I talked about why I didn't like the killers and yada yada. And I just want to see better killers. I want to see better motives, something that hasn't been done already. The whole fans of horror movies, that's Scream in general. The killers usually are fans of horror movies, and I get what they meant by amplifying it this time and taking it to that next level, but I really wasn't that thrilled, when it was all said and done. So I just want to see better motives, and I want to see overall better killer reveals. I want a Jill Roberts from Scream 4 reveal over again. Not a carbon copy, but the way that it surprised me and it shocked me, and I couldn't figure out who it was, even though it was someone very close to the main character. And I just want to see something like that in this next film. Maybe not even a killer reveal. Maybe just reveal them 2 movies from now. How about everybody survive and then the killer makes menacing phone calls to everyone like, hey, I'm one of you, I'm in your circle type thing. That would be really cool, trying to dissect, who the killer might be. But that could prove to have some long-term issues as well, because as people get axed off one by one, it would kind of be more evident of who might be a killer. But it would still be a very, very fun way to reveal the killers to me, which is not reveal the killer in the movie. Leave it on a cliffhanger. That'll for sure bring more people back into theaters, and I don't know why they haven't tried that by now. And that's why I'm such a big fan of Scream 4, because Kevin Williamson was going to do something on the lines of that in Scream 4 with Jill Roberts, kind of having Scream 5 be a movie dedicated really to her, because if the movie was going to be in her eyes, you would have probably got a backstory, and it would have been some unpacking to do, and you really would have developed Jill Roberts even more than she already was. So that's why I'm such a big fan of Scream 4, just for the whole plot and where it was going with the new trilogy. I mean, what we got now is fine, but it would have been cool to see where it really could have went back then in the 2010s. But this isn't really about Scream 4. Again, I still need to do a separate review for that movie because it's awesome. It's probably going to be an hour long, knowing me. But yeah, that about wraps up everything today with my initial thoughts on Scream 6 being confirmed for March 31st, 2023. Overall, I just want to see something fresh, different. I kind of wish they wouldn't have put out a release date so early, because I want them to take their time with this. I do not want it to be rushed. We've already had one 10-year hiatus and one 11-year hiatus. Surely to goodness we can wait 2 to 3 more years. So, I'm kind of on edge about it, because it can go either way at this point with seeing how they're pushing it and everything. But I think as long as we have radio silence with us, I think the movie and the franchise is in good hands, so I'm not going to sweat it too much. But those are my initial thoughts, and thank you for coming to Creative Sound. Make sure you guys have a wonderful day. Stay creative, stay safe, and follow your dreams.